Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can see, I'm finally getting down to sitting down and filming my best and worst of Colourpop. If you actually did see a couple of videos back, you would have known that this is actually my second time sitting down and filming this. I filmed it the first time and I don't know, I just wasn't really happy with the footage, but in that first video that I did film, I had just filmed like the best of Colourpop, and I asked you guys in one of my previous videos, would you want me to do a best and worst of Colourpop, because as you know, if you're a frequent watcher of my videos, you would know I'm obsessed. I'm actually obsessed. In fact, I'm that obsessed that it's becoming a bit of a problem actually, because as I was sitting down to film this video, a Colourpop package just arrived. It's not even funny, like. But yeah, so stay tuned for a makeup haul. Basically in this video guys, I'm going to be taking you through the best of Colourpop. Of course all these products are my favourite products, from makeup, skincare and just their other wee bits and bobs, and this is obviously my personal opinions and my personal preference. Obviously some of these products you might not maybe like, you might love just as much as me. That's great. So yeah, and of course at the end I'm going to talk you through the products from Colourpop that I don't like, and just the products that aren't really worth your money. So if you don't know, Colourpop has a skincare brand like within their brand, and it's called 43 Beauty. So this is obviously by 43 Beauty and it is their face milks. These are so good. This is actually the full size by the way, whereas I got this wee one in like a wee gift set. So the one I have here is the watermelon and this wee one here is rose. They have so many different, I don't want to say flavours, because that sounds a bit dodgy whenever it comes to skincare, because we don't necessarily need a flavour in our skincare, but they have a load of different kinds. They have coconut, pineapple, oh my god, like so many I can't even think right now, obviously to cater for your skin type or skin concern. These are honestly so good, especially for a daytime wear. This definitely isn't a product that I would use in the evening because I prefer something a wee bit richer, but this is just such a great wee product for a daytime moisturiser, and they're so nice and refreshing and hydrating on the skin, and they make the skin look absolutely beautiful. This is the product that I will use on my skin in the mornings before I go in with any SPF, and it just makes the skin look so nice and juicy and hydrated. It's not too heavy, it's not too thick, it's not too greasy, so if you're oily you could probably still get away with using this. Okay, so it just says up on the website here that it is a refreshing drop. It is a why did I keep on having my mouth like that? Refreshing. There, I got it. It's a refreshing drop of moisture to balance the skin. It's formulated with watermelon seed oil, cucumber water and aloe. It is a lightweight formula that will replenish hydration for a healthier, softer complexion. But no, I absolutely love these. It's actually definitely like a wee staple in my skincare routine actually, or not in my skincare routine, but within my collection I will definitely continue to actually purchase these. But just how they make the skin look and glow is just absolutely stunning. It is absolutely beautiful on the skin, and for that reason alone, that's actually why I will continue to repurchase this. Again, skincare product, it's by 43 Beauty. Please ignore my fake tan on my hands by the way. After this video I'm scrubbing everything off, so I am so sorry how my tan looks, but yeah, so of course it's by 43 Beauty, and this is their So Radiant Brightening Eye Cream. I think a couple of times I've actually just like slapped it all over my face because it looks so good. I've been using this for about a couple of weeks now, and because obviously it is an eye cream, a little does go a long way, and you're not really supposed to use like a lot of eye cream, or you don't need to, sorry. So obviously this will last you a while, but I'm going to take a tiny wee bit and I'm going to put it somewhere like where you might be able to see like the reflection of it. It is infused with illuminating pearls and power-packed vitamin C to help deliver luminous glow for visibly brighter under eyes. The correcting pearls instantly help to minimise the look of dark circles underneath the eye, and it also provides some moisture, but I don't really care about that. Okay, well I suppose I do in a way, but just how this makes your eyes look is absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. As I say, there's like illuminating pearls in it, but it's not really intense to the point where it's like, my god, like why are your under eyes like glowing or glittery or sparkly? It's nothing like that. It's just like the nicest sheen. I'm not even too sure if you'll be able to see like the sheen off the side of my hand there, because it's just, it's gorgeous. It is so subtle. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's actually just a really nice wee eye cream as well. Like the formula is definitely really lightweight, and it just feels really nice in the under eyes as well, but especially for a daytime. I have like a daytime eye cream and a nighttime eye cream. Obviously my nighttime eye cream is more for like anti-aging and more hydrating and whatever, whereas this is just a nice enough lightweight eye cream for a day wear. And obviously because of like the illuminating pearls and how brightening it makes the eyes look, it's perfect for a daytime. I think it just looks absolutely beautiful. Your under eyes just look so luminous, and I sometimes will actually drag it down a wee bit to like around here, and just the freaking glow, the glow, guys. The way this makes your under eyes look is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. I could not do this video without giving their lip masks a mention. I love these so much. So the three I have here is Rose, Strawberry and Watermelon. So these of course are also within 43 Beauty, and they are the overnight lip masks. But these are so good, guys. They just make your lips feel really nice and soft and supple, especially in the morning if you do have them overnight, or like even during the day or something. I have up on the website here the lip masks. So I think the one I have up is the watermelon one. It's a super cushiony watermelon infused lip mask. It melts into the lips and locks in essential moisture overnight. It's formulated with a blend of restoring watermelon seed oil, softening shea butter, antioxidant packed vitamin E to leave the lips nourished and ultra kissable by the morning. So of course there obviously is like the different kinds. So the watermelon one is obviously the one I have up here, and it has watermelon seed oil in it, vitamin E and shea butter, and it is restoring and softening, whereas I think if you go to like the other scents, let's just say, they're a wee bit different. I think the Rose one is like restoring or something. I don't actually know, I could be wrong, but they're really good, guys, to even like just chuck in your bag for like during the day or something. But they are really nice and comfortable on the lips, not too heavy. I don't like anything that's really greasy or anything, or too heavy on the lips, but they're just nice. They're so good, and I would really recommend them. Lastly, within the skincare section, and then we're getting right into makeup, so I'm going to be talking about their body milks, and these are also from 43 Beauty, and I have here the pink grapefruit body milk, and these are so good. I actually love it that much that I actually, well, in that package that just arrived there, I actually bought another one. And this is Peony. These smell absolutely beautiful, and like the lip masks and everything, these come in so many different scents. There's avocado, peach, coconut, lavender, but this one here, the pink grapefruit one, works to give the skin a healthy glow with vitamin C packed grapefruit extract and smoothing argan oil. Leaves the perfect amount of moisture for super soft and happy skin. It's hydrating and it is brightening. I honestly love this stuff so much. If I'm being honest, I wasn't really too sure how I was going to feel or think about the scent of it, because it's pink grapefruit and it can be very like zingy and zesty, which I don't mind that, because whenever I come out of the shower, it's just really nice and uplifting and just zingy and zesty and just really nice. It is very lightweight, like as you can see, like it is definitely quite milky. It's definitely not thick. It just means that it is really nice and lightweight on the skin. And I'm also actually just going to try a wee bit on my shoulder or my arms here, because as I was saying, like, yeah, you could use this throughout the day because it is very lightweight and it absorbs instantly and nicely into the skin, so you could directly go on and put some clothes on or whatever, but it just leaves the skin having such a gorgeous healthy wee glow, and it just makes your skin just feel nice and soft. So does any body moisturizer really, but I don't know, it's just, I don't even know if you can see that or not. Can you maybe see like a difference in my shoulders? No, but I don't know, it just feels so nice. And like the smell, I'm not even joking, like the next day I can smell this off my pajamas. It's so nice. I want to talk about these wee guys, because I don't actually think I've mentioned these on my channel at all. For whatever reason, I do not know. And these are the Colourpop, well obviously, these are the Luxe Lip Oils. And as you can see, I have 3 here. So it actually wasn't that long ago where I had actually bought one of these, and it actually took me 2 to 3 weeks to go through one of these. I'm not even joking, like that's how much I loved it. So then I went on and I bought these 3 here. So as you can see, they have like colours, but they literally just come out like a clear lip balm, lip gloss. But these are different to their lip glosses, by the way. The only way I can describe these is they are like a liquid form of a lip balm. They are just absolutely amazing. They're absolutely amazing. They're probably the most comfortable thing I've ever actually put on my lips. I actually would prefer these over the lip masks, by the way, because these are so goddamn comfortable. I think that's why I went through the first one so quick, because I was just constantly applying it because it was just so comfortable, and especially on days where I wasn't wearing makeup and I even wore it to bed and everything. These are just so good. They honestly make your lips feel fabulous. They come out clear. They've got a wee bit of sparkle, a wee bit of glitter in them. Doesn't really matter how dark or how light you go, they still come out clear. If you are somebody that doesn't like a really heavy lip balm or a lip mask, but you like something on the lips just to provide a wee bit of hydration or moisture, definitely check these out, because they're really nice and lightweight, and obviously you can kind of control a wee bit more how you apply it and everything because it has the doe foot applicator. And I also just want to mention that they're not too oily as well. I know it says lip oil, but there's that nice balance there between a lip balm and a lip oil, and then you have this. Honestly, it was honestly a match made in heaven. So then next up, jumping into a base product. So I'm going to start off with this wee primer. This wee primer is actually a repurchase, and if you do watch my tutorials, you would have seen me using this numerous times. And it is from the Pretty Fresh collection. It's their Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. This is fantastic. So if you want to know, my skin type is normal to dry, more so normal to be honest, because I definitely don't have any skin concerns. But this is honestly such a perfect primer for just absolutely everybody, no matter what your skin type. Of course, if you do have oily skin and this didn't work for you, obviously like start a wee conversation down below. If you have oily skin, let us know what you think about this or whatever. I could be wrong, I don't know, but to me it just seems like an all-rounder great re-prep to the skin for makeup application, because it's just really nice and lightweight and hydrating. It also says here on the website that it refreshes and preps the skin to create a smooth canvas for makeup. But yeah, it's just overall a really good primer for foundation. Just it feels good in the skin, makes the skin look really nice, and it also smells really good too. And I don't know, it's just overall a really good primer. If you're somebody that doesn't necessarily like to use primers, or you're somebody that doesn't necessarily have any skin concerns, but you just want a primer or something that's just going to prep the skin prior to makeup application and create that barrier between your skin, this is honestly so good. Do you know what I love about it the most as well is the fact that it just feels like a skincare product. It really does. It honestly just feels like the wee face milks that I had actually showed you at the start there, and it even makes your skin look like that as well. It's just all around such a good wee product. And then next up we have the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Again, this is a repurchase. I actually don't know how many times I've repurchased this at this stage because it is so good. So basically anything that I kind of said about this product in terms of skin types applies to this product as well. I think if you're normal, dry, oily, whatever, you can't get away with using this setting spray because it's just an all around really good wee spray. I don't know, there's just something about this one where I always keep coming back to it. It smells so good. It's nice and calming as well. The mister on the bottle is really good, and it's just all around a really good setting spray that just really nicely hydrates and moisturizes my skin. So if you watch my YouTube videos, you definitely seen this product coming. So this is the Sol Body Bronzing Balm, and this is also another kind of brand within Colourpop, Sol Body, and they do like a body product. So it just says here that this cream balm bronzer enhances your natural skin tone with a radiant touch of colour, blending effortlessly for a velvety smooth finish, and it also leaves the skin looking instantly sun-kissed and perfectly in soft focus. Oh my god. This is probably one of the best cream bronzers I have tried. If I'm being honest, I don't actually notice much of a difference between any of them that I do have. I've yet to find a cream bronzer that comes in a form like this that I don't like. They're all really, really good, but this one is just, it's so good, guys. And if you are a beginner, or if you are somebody that is wanting to actually try out a cream bronzer, this is definitely one that I would recommend for anybody, because there is so many shades. Usually whenever a brand comes out with cream bronzers, there's only like 2 or 3 shades, like light, medium or dark, whereas the ones from Colourpop here, they have numerous different shades and tones for you to choose from. So obviously if you are a wee bit scared, you can go for a slightly lighter one and kind of like build up your confidence with using a cream bronzer, but they're just absolutely amazing. It's definitely like a routine like a stage in my makeup routine that I can't not do. I just find that cream bronzers just naturally, I know it's not going to look natural, I'm aware of that, but it just makes your skin just look more naturally bronzed to what like a powder bronzer would look like. And this product here, like as you know guys, I'm not really going to talk in too much depth about it because you see me use this all the time. It blends out so effortlessly. It's so good. It's absolutely amazing. And it smells good too. It smells like a pina colada. It's absolutely amazing, and it is so creamy and velvety and smooth, and it looks beautiful on the skin. It blends out like butter. It is seamless, and it doesn't lift up any of the underlying products that's on your face. It's just amazing. Okay, so next up guys, I'm going to talk about their blushes. So I have these 2 blushes here. I'm going to be talking about this one here, Foxy, because it's probably my favourite one. Their powder blushes are great, by the way. They are so good, so fabulous. The formula is great. Pigmented, but not too pigmented. But this shade here is probably my favourite one actually, because it's just the most perfect peachy pink. Peachy pink? I said that so confidently. It's a peachy orange. But no, it's absolutely beautiful and I love it so much. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got the tiniest wee bit of shimmer through it, which just looks absolutely stunning on the skin. Peachy orangey tone blushes are so complementary to every skin tone, and I just think that they're absolutely stunning. But if this is maybe a wee bit too light for you, I do have this one here, and it's within the same collection, and it's in the shade Out of Sight, so it's slightly darker to maybe suit some of you that have a slightly darker skin tone. These 2 blushes are absolutely fantastic. They're definitely my favourite. I have quite a few of their like powder blushes, and these are definitely like my go-tos. It's probably because of the shades. They're so versatile and I love them. They kind of go with like any makeup look as well. Then I'm going to talk about these blushes. Oh my god. So the difference between these blushes and the powder blushes, that's why I kept on referring to them as like the powder blushes, is because these are the Super Shock formula blushes. So if you don't really know, which I'm sure most of you do by now, the Super Shock formula is kind of like a bouncy like texture, like it's kind of like putty, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But these blushes are stunning. They have a bouncy texture that delivers a healthy luminous glow, and they are weightless, buildable and super blendable. They are a long wearing cream powder cheek formula. The shades I have here are Get Laid. This one here is probably my favourite, and as you can see it's just like a nice orangey coral. Absolutely beautiful. And then we have the shade here which is Simply Sweet, which is just a nice wee muted pink, and this last one is No Vacancy, which definitely has more pink to it or something, but it's definitely like a nice bright coral. So if I just give this just a wee pat or a wee swatch, that's what it looks like there. If I just blend it into my hand, like you can see how blendable they look and how subtle it is, and there's just like such a nice sheen that comes with them as well. So the one thing I love about these, and kind of like with any blush to be honest, is I don't like anything that's like boom pigment straight away. I definitely like to be able to build up my blushes, and that's definitely one thing that you're allowed and you're able to do with these. You can build them up to the point where they're really nice and intense, but they still look natural and lightweight on the skin and not cakey, or you can just have like a nice wee flush or wash off colour with these. And because they have like a nice satin like finish, you can even see like the nice glow in the pan. That's honestly what they look like on the skin, and they are just, they're so beginner friendly. Some people are maybe put off by like the formula and they're a wee bit difficult to work with, but you can honestly use this with a dual fibre brush, your fingers, a beauty blender, a fluffy brush, anything. They're absolutely foolproof. You can't do any wrong with these blushes. I'll give this one just a wee swatch for you. This is the more like orangey toned one, Get Laid, but they blend into how they look on the skin. Chef's kiss every time. That, and then that's that one. So jumping back to lips, guys, we have some lip glosses. These are actually the only two lip glosses I have from Colourpop, I think. These are the Luxe Glosses, and as you can see, I have a nice wee pale pink one here, and then I also have like this nice brownie shade, and they both have kind of like a wee bit of sparkle in through them. They're absolutely beautiful. I have to say, the only reason I don't like wearing lip glosses, and I know this is going to sound absolutely disgusting, but your hair gets stuck in them, and I smoke, okay? Okay, I get it. I'm a sinful human being and I'm disgusting and it's a dirty habit, but it's a habit I love. I smoke and I love it. Whenever you're smoking and you have lip gloss on and it gets all over the butt and it's like, yeah, that's why I love a matte lip. Matte lip all the way. Way hey! But if you are into glosses, these are so good, and I can appreciate how good these are because, again, they're not as lightweight as the lip oils. They are a wee bit heavier because they are a lip gloss, but they're still not really heavy, and they're still nice and comfortable, and they're gorgeous! Then of course I couldn't mention Colourpop lip products without their lip liners. Well, I'll be damned. I'm sure yous are sick to the back teeth. You're just squealing at me. Please, Emma, use a different lip liner. I probably use these lip liners in like, what, every single video? Yeah. But no, guys, they're the best. As you can see, we have a load of different tones and undertones and shades of nude. But these are honestly such great wee lip liners. They are so good. They're just so creamy. They're absolutely amazing, and whenever I first got them I was a bit confused as to how to sharpen them because they are like plastic or something. They're not like the like pencil lip liners, but they're really easy to sharpen. Really easy. And again, that's just like one swipe of them. They're so good and really nice and creamy. They're pigmented. I don't really know what else to say about a lip liner. Lastly, with the lips, guys, whenever I was actually going through my lip drawer, I definitely had to give these a mention. The Lippie sticks. These are actually probably one of like the first products Colourpop actually came out with, and I just love these. I love these so much. I would actually take these over their normal bullet lipsticks or their liquid lipsticks or anything. These are so good, and they're so cheap. They're really cheap and affordable, and they're just so easy as well because they just come in like a pencil type form and you just like roll up and away you go. And with this style or this shape, I'm not too sure if you can see that or not, but they're so quick and easy to actually use, especially if you're up and about during the day or you're out somewhere and you need to reapply, and if you don't have a mirror because of the product shape, it's just so easy to reapply. I love these, and they are super pigmented. The one I have on at the minute is in the shade Trust Me, and it is a matte X formula. They just have your normal like satin lipstick type formula, and then they also have a matte formula and then a matte X formula, which is this. As I say, this is the shade I have on at the minute, and it is amazing. And I'm just gonna show you like one swipe. They are so creamy, and with this being like a matte X formula, it is so comfortable and creamy, and it's so easy to wear. I like see like how creamy that's applying to my hands, and like how intensely pigmented it is, and it's just so gorgeous, and it's extremely comfortable on the lips. I honestly feel as if I have like nothing on my lips. You know the way like sometimes like these really matte liquid lipsticks get so drying. I think because this comes in like a lipstick form, it's just so much more easier and comfortable on the lips. They're absolutely amazing. And then I have this shade, which is Chi Chi, and it's a matte formula. And this is also like a nice red, but it has more of like an orangey undertone to it, which is also really nice. And you can definitely see that this goes on a wee bit more satin-like because it's not as matte as the Matte X formula, but these will both completely dry down, by the way, to the point where they are completely matte and transfer proof, but they still will remain completely comfortable and really bloody comfortable on the lips. Jesus Christ, how many times can I say comfortable, seriously? And then this last one, this is actually my newest one, and it's in the shade Oh Behave, and this is actually just their normal formula. So again, just gonna give you a wee swatch, and you will notice the difference between this one, because this one stays and even just instantly looks more glossy. But they're so pigmented, guys, and they're absolutely amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I cannot fault these wee products at all. Definitely check these out, and they're so handy to just like chuck in your purse, your handbag or anything, and just reapply during the day. But even at that, like, because they do dry down matte, if you get the matte ones that is, you don't even necessarily need to reapply. I'm sure most of you by now have been sitting patiently waiting and thinking, when is she going to mention Colourpop Flexitarian? So if you have been following me for like years, you would know that my all-time favourite highlight is Colourpop Flexitarian. I actually think that Colourpop should rename this to Emmatarian. This is my highlight. I've claimed it. Emmatarian. It is so good. It's my favourite highlight of all time. So of course this highlight here is kind of like within their Super Shock range. It's gonna got that spongy bungee. What? Spongy bungee. Okay, we'll just go with spongy bungee. It's just got that spongy bungee like texture, but the shade of this of course is what I love about it the most, and obviously like the formula. The colour of this is absolutely stunning, especially if you are pale and you struggle to find a really nice bright highlight that isn't going to like look too dark, or whenever you turn your head create a shadow up your cheek, because it is just absolutely stunning and it is really intense, and it definitely is like a beigey champagne type colour with kind of like silver reflexing through it, or it's kind of like a silver, Jesus, kind of like a silver shift to it. It's absolutely incredible. Whenever I'm not thick tanned, I can use this like all over my face, but whenever I am thick tanned, sometimes it can be a wee bit too bright for me, and I will literally just use it on the tip of my nose and just hit the highest points of my cheekbone. Of course, again guys, they do so many different shades, not just Flexitarian, so pick a shade, suit it to your skin tone, read the description to kind of see about the shade and the undertone or whatever, but overall I love it. So good, and the formula is just like everything I said with the blushes. So good. Kind of like a cream to powder formula you can use with your finger, a beauty blender or a brush, and they're just so intense and beautiful. But if you haven't tried any of Colourpop's highlighters before and you want to try them, I would say yeah, get Emmatarian, but these are bloody good too, guys, and these are the Soul Body highlighters, but who says you can't use them on your face? So the one I have here is Platinum, and then I have Rose. It's either Rose or Rose, this wee one here. So of course I have two different shades depending on like my skin tone of that day. Taking these two highlights into consideration, like the size of this highlight compared to this one, you're better off getting this one because it will work out slightly cheaper. I think these are $8, I think these are $12, I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but you're better off just getting the bigger ones because it'll last you longer. And again, they have the exact same formula, by the way, like that spongy, like foamy, spongy bungee formula, and again they're just as blinding, they're just as good, only a different packaging. But also if you are somebody that loves to put a highlight on your body, these will come in great as well. They're just overall fantastic. Last couple of products, guys, hang in there. First off, I'm going to talk about these wee palettes here. So these are their wee 9-pan coloured palettes. So of course this one here is Blue Moon, and it has a load of blue shades in it. So obviously each palette obviously has a mixture of shimmers and mattes. This one here is Just My Luck, and of course it's the green one. Then we have Oh La La. Lastly, which is actually my favourite, this is the Honey palette. and it looks like so. It's absolutely beautiful. These are so good, and they're so good for like particular like monochromatic makeup looks as well, and they're such a good idea. They really are a good idea. And perfect wee palettes to have in your collection if you love to play and to dive into colour, because you can definitely just use one of these palettes to create one makeup look. Then I have another, a 9-pan palette, and this is their Grandeur palette, and this has quickly became probably my go-to palette, like my favourite palette of all time right now. Actually, I absolutely love this. This is 100% my everyday eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love it because we have like these nice warm transition-ish shades and nice warm browns and cool browns, and then it also has a couple of shimmer shades in there as well if you want to kind of take it from like a daytime look to a nighttime look. This is definitely the palette I will use on like say a Friday or Saturday night as well, and I'll literally just do what I have on my eyes now, but I'll deepen it up with like these shades here, and I will just add in the center of my eye like this pressed glitter, and honestly it will take your look from 0 to 100. Like I just absolutely love this palette so much. I'm actually going to put a wee bit of this on now and just press it on the lid, and it just gives you the nicest wash of glitter or sparkle on the eye. I absolutely love this palette, and of course the quality of the palette, they blend, they're pigmented. Of course I had to mention the Stone Cold Fox palette and the Bare Necessities palette. I'm going to talk about this one first, and these are, you can see we have a mixture of mattes and shimmers. We have like our dark-ish brownie tones, and then we go slightly lighter to like our transition-ish shades. It's absolutely amazing. Again, it goes with like all the quality of Colourpop eyeshadows. They are super pigmented, and they blend like an absolute dream, and they blend together like an absolute dream. That's definitely very important with me with an eyeshadow palette. But just overall, the aesthetic of this palette, I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's very pleasing to look at, and it's just a very beautiful neutral toned eyeshadow palette. Do we have all of these shades in our collections? Probably yes, but it's just a really good palette to even travel with, so you have all these shades together, and you can take it to like a daytime to a nighttime look if you want to, and then you also have like your shimmer shades in there as well. Overall, it's just a really beautiful neutral toned palette. Nothing special, but I think it's something that we all kind of need. Well, we don't all need it, but if you want it, it's there, and it's nice to have, isn't it? And then we have the Stone Cold Fox, which is the same idea of course, but these are all cool toned shades. I think this is absolutely stunning. Again, it is so aesthetically pleasing to look at. It is absolutely beautiful. Again, we have a mixture of mattes and shimmers. We have our dark shades to lights. It's just overall, again, a beautiful wee palette if you're somebody that isn't really into like warm neutral tones or shades or anything, or undertones of colours. This is perfect, and especially like the greys in this palette, they're absolutely stunning. So beautiful. And then I'll give you a close-up of this one too. Absolutely beautiful. Then lastly, for my favourites, of course I had to give this a wee mention. I love this palette so much. So this is actually a collaboration palette with Colourpop, and it is the So Jaded palette, and it is in collaboration with Kathleen Lights, and I think this is absolutely stunning, and that's what she looks like here. Again, it's just the exact same size as the two palettes I just showed you there. I'll actually give these just like a wee close-up of it here. I think it is absolutely beautiful. So obviously, of course, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself constantly. Again, the quality, the pigmentation, the blendability of this palette is absolutely perfect. We have a mixture of shimmer shades and mattes. Oh my god. But one thing I love about this palette again is the colour layout and the colour story. Of course, if you take like each individual shade, we've probably seen these shades in other palettes, or we have them in other palettes, but in this palette as a whole, I think it is really different. As you can see, we also have like our wearable shades. We have like a wee neutral tones and shades and everything, but we also have like our darker shades and colours, and we have our pops of colour as well. But in terms of like pops of colour, they're wearable colours, you know what I mean? Like this is a pop of colour here, but it's slightly wearable, you know, and this burnt orange kind of like terracotta shade here, and like just all of the pops of colours are wearable. So if you're somebody that is a wee bit too scared to go for a palette or a colour that you would get in one of these palettes, definitely first try out these wee shades here in this palette, you know, take baby steps if you're just first off being introduced to colour. Yeah, that's the word. Wearable colour, first of all, that is just going to look more sexy and sultry and natural. Natural? Yeah, because we're all born with green eyelids, Emma. Jesus. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. They're all very, very wearable pops of colour and they're absolutely beautiful. They're stunning. So first things first, I actually had to get this out of the bin. Yes, I am a bin hooker. Love that for me. So this is the No Filter Setting Mist. I did not like this. Like after like the 4th week of using this, I was like, I can't. Sometimes I'm not that fussy whenever it comes to makeup or like certain products, but I couldn't with this. It made my skin and my face look perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, but the smell I could not handle with this. It just smelled like literal chemicals. It's empty, like as you can see it's empty, but I actually ended up pouring it out because I was like, I'm not even going to give that to anybody to torture themselves with. But no, I really did not like that setting spray. And the next product I actually don't have at all, but this was actually just something that came to me last night, and it is this concealer. The fuck? How do people like this concealer? If you like this concealer, obviously feel free to not get offended, but how do you use it? How? This oxidizes like a mofo. Oh my god. The formula is okay and it's pretty full coverage and you can build it up to be really good coverage or just a wee bit, obviously depending on your preference. It blends out great, all that. Formula wise it's grand, but it just oxidizes like something shocking. And then I have these two products here. Thank goodness these are like the only two I have in my collection, and these are the cream gel liners. These aren't great, guys. They're like seriously, the quality of them isn't great, but also like the formula, not great. If you're, oh my god, it's just came off in bits. If you're looking for like a really good gel liner, look no further than LA Girl. They're so good. But I just find these are just, they're so hard to actually get onto the waterline. They have no staying power. Of course, this is just me and my preference and my experience with them, but I find that they're just even powdery looking, they're patchy, they're not as opaque, and they're just overall not that great, to be honest. And then I have this green shade here, which is ugly as hell. What was I thinking? Just, nah, mate. But you know what, guys? That's actually the only products that I actually dislike from Colourpop. I would say if I've tried everything, which I don't think I actually have, if I tried everything I would probably have more products in my dislike section, but that's the only products I actually dislike from Colourpop because do you know what? I'm just gonna say it, they're friggin' great. If you couldn't gather that from this video or any of my tutorials. But you know what it is, guys, their products are such great quality at such an affordable price, and they're really like on top of trends. And like I know they can be a wee bit annoying sometimes with the fact that they're constantly bringing out shit, which annoys me too, but they're keeping it interesting every now and again, and I love them. I always will love Colourpop. I don't know what the obsession started with, but honestly, do keep an eye out on their website, guys. They always have offers on and sales, and just have a wee check every now and again as well, because the other day they had free worldwide shipping. You didn't have to spend a certain amount. You know, they now and again do these wee deals that they don't necessarily advertise, and I will have everything that I did talk about listed and linked down below in the description box. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys, and I hope you all did enjoy. If you have made it to this point, give yourself a pat on the back. Well bloody done. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Please be kind, look after yourselves and each other, and I shall see you in my next video.